Shalom. My apology. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out of this recent news article from the NewYorkPost.com, published by Victor Neva as of July the 13th, 2023 at 9:54 p.m. And it reads, Biden authorized Pentagon to deploy 3,000 reserve troops to Europe in response to the Ukraine war. President Biden on Thursday authorized U.S. military leaders to deploy as many as 3,000 reservists to Europe in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The order is extended to augment U.S. troops already overseas as part of Operation Atlantic Resolve, the president said in a statement released by the White House after his 5-day trip to Europe, during which he attended a 2-day NATO summit in Lithuania. It says, by the authority vests me as president by the Constitution and the law of the United States of America, I hereby determine that it is necessary to augment an active army forces of the United States for the effective conduct of Operation Atlantic Reserve in and around the United States European Commander Area of Responsibility, the 80-year-old president says. It says Biden orders specified that no more than 3,000 total members can be activated at any one time, of whom no more than 450 may be members of the individual ready reserve, which consists of trained soldiers who have previously served in the active army or selected reserve. Operation Atlantic Reserve is an initiative that was launched in the wake of the Russian 2014 invasion of the Crimean Peninsula, designed to enhance the deterrence posture along the eastern flank of the U.S. NATO allies. The president affirmed the U.S. continues to support for Ukraine throughout his Europe trip, as the former Soviet state carried out a slow-moving counteroffensive meant to take back Russian-controlled areas in southern and eastern Ukraine. And on Thursday, Biden declared that Russia President Vladimir Putin has already lost the war and that it's only a matter of time until he accepts it as a fact, which I highly doubt. It says Putin already lost the war, Biden said during a joint press conference with Finnish President Sauli Niinisto and Helsinki. There's no possibility of him winning the war in Ukraine, Biden added. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let me see. Is there any more readings? I think that was the rest of that. But yeah, this is a latest news that just broke out about a couple of hours ago. And this was posted from the NewYorkPost.com as of July the 13th, 2023 at 9:54 p.m. as mentioned again by Victor Naval, who published this news article, as it says again, Biden authorized Pentagon to deploy 3,000 reserve troops to Europe in response to the Ukraine war. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6 through verse 8. And it reads from BibleGateway.com, and it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet." Excuse me for a second. Close my window down. And then we go to verse 7. Matthew 24 and verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation." Prime example with the Russian-Ukraine war, the modern day war. The modern day nations rising against another nation, which we seen in ancient times. We seen it in modern day times now. Verse 7. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." So with that, hopefully this news article was edifying of this recent news from the NewYorkPost.com, published by Victor Naval as of July the 13th, 2023 at 9:54 p.m., which was updated. As it says again, Biden authorized Pentagon to deploy 3,000 reserve troops to Europe in the response to the Ukraine war, right, the Russia-Ukraine war. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.